DragonFeather, and I thought since it's the full moon tonight, it would only be fair if I do a video on moon spells. This book isn't really Wiccan or Pagan or whatever. It's just a book on moon spells, and it's by Diane Ahlquist. I do not know how to pronounce it. But she talks about different spells in the back of her thing, and when to do it, what you need, you know, things like that. And it's really nice. It's basically right here. It says right here how to use the phases of the moon to get what you want. And this is the first New Age book that I bought. It was actually the book that helped me get into Wicca because it does mention it in here. Personally, the book, it's good for spells, but it didn't really relay a lot of information, which kind of made me eager to get a new book. So yeah, if you're interested in the moon phases and the moon spells, that is a book to get. So now with the moon phases, a new moon is when it's a tiny little crescent, and it's it's the time of the month or the time of the lunar calendar or whatever, the lunar cycle, to do a spell when you're trying to bring upon something in your life. Like, let's just say, be a great time to do a money spell, or a great time to start a new relationship spell. The full moon is pretty much good for any spell. It's the strongest point of the moon, so awesome. Pinky swear, man, a pinky swear. And basically you do that for any any spell works for that one. And the waning moon, which is when it's starting to go back into a crescent, that is a good time to banish something. Like doing a spell to get rid of a bad habit, doing a spell to get out of a relationship, doing a spell to let go of like a new job, to let go of being in a job or a company, and anything that is to banish something. The waning moon is the perfect time to do it. And no moon, when there's absolutely nothing. I wouldn't honestly do I wouldn't do a spell during no moon. Maybe if I was desperate to get a spell hurried up and done, that I would do it during then, but I don't really know. And then the moon that's in void, of course, that is when it is not aligned with a particular zodiacal or astrological sign, because let's just say you're going from Aquarius to Pisces. While it's in the Aquarian moon, going to the Piscean moon, there's going to be that little tiny time in between when it's not really there. It's not really on either one. So you need to be careful to not do that. I have tried a spell on the void moon, and it didn't work. So it's kind of like a processing. It's processing all the other spells and all the other things that it's been used for, and getting them done until it's ready to start up again with a new kind of astrological moon. Blue moons. Actually, because we're on the Gregorian calendar, we sometimes have two full moons in a month, which if we were on a lunar calendar, we would have 13 months instead of 12, and there wouldn't be blue moons. Some people don't exactly know that, and so they think that a blue moon's really special. But no, it's just another full moon. If you have, like, because we're on a different calendar, if you think there's special properties to it, then I would think, for me, I would be like, a blue moon would be a really good time to do because it only comes once in a while, and it would just be like extra full moon power, I guess. And eclipses. Doing a spell on an eclipse is not only using the lunar power, but also the solar power. So, the solar power. Well, because a lunar eclipse is when the Earth's shadow goes in front of the moon, to where you can't see it during nighttime. So doing a spell during a lunar eclipse is when you want presence of, I would do it for relationship spells, honestly. And it's also usually just good for any spell. So eclipses are awesome, by the way. If you have never seen a lunar eclipse, I really would like you guys to go go search it, Google it, YouTube it, and find out when the next lunar eclipse is because they're gorgeous. And yep. So I hope this helped, and until next time, blessed be and